Alright, hello everyone. Today we're going to be doing a little news update for you guys, and today we're going to be covering a new set of leaks that have basically came out in the past week or so. And this has all got to do with new future game updates and potential like limited time modes potentially. So yeah, we're going to go over all this. So the first kind of big thing is that Apex is working on a new type of passive. Now this is very interesting because we have a few different types of passive in the game right now. Obviously we have the character passive, so if you are playing a character, you always have a tactical element and a passive. You also have class passives as well, so if you are an assault class character, you will get passives that you can just use throughout the game. So class passives, and then also the fortified as well. There's also fortified too, for some characters. But according to this, there will be a new type of passive. So this is going to be the fourth one, and they're going to be called augments, and they'll basically be selectable in some way. I'm assuming to make it more original rather than just be like kind of like perks, because it very much sounds like perks in a way, um, like how I do currently. It sounds like it's gonna be something to do with looting. So when you loot around the map, you're essentially able to pick up these augments, and it changes how you play the game. Um, Now I do believe I made a concept a while ago about something called utility items. That's what the concept was basically about. Very similar to the Evo cache, where when it's just a simple little interaction and it just boosts your Evo shield. I was like kind of thinking of other items that could do something else, and it very much seems like these items are like that, where you just interact with it and it gives you a buff of some sort. So like faster reloads, or you heal your shield over time. But if you ask me from a game development standpoint, a lot of these passives that I have seen, and there's quite a few, just sound like kind of reintegrations of character passives. So like the Ash Dash, essentially that's going to be given to everyone as like a passive that you can potentially get in the game. And I don't like that because that's completely removing the kind of like composition kind of a problem of Apex is that you can't always get someone who's a part of every single class, but when you have this, you can. So it kind of just removes all that, and I don't think it makes it as fun. But we're also going to be getting a Recon perk as well, which is going to become called the Compass perk. Now, I have heard in this video, which obviously all these leaks come from a Hydermist. Please do check him out because this is very helpful. Having all this, he did say that there'll be like some sort of HUD element, like a compass that'll be on your HUD. Now, I do think it will be more like the actual compass that we have currently in the game, which if you look on the top of your screen, it has the little like north, east, south, and west, and then like the degrees at which you're looking. I believe basically it'll be that, but it'll showcase like enemies that are like in like a radius around you, like about 200 meters or so. It'll just have their icons on there. It'd be nice if it actually showed what legend it was as an icon, and you can essentially immediately know who you're going to be fighting against before you even fight them. But it could be, and this is what I think it might be. I think it might be either only enemies that are currently fighting or have fought. And so it could be enemies that are shooting their weapons might appear on that little compass at the top of your screen, and you'll get little notifications. Or it'll be showing death boxes. I think this might be what Ashley might be, because I have a kind of theory that they might nerf Ash by removing the death box perk. With like the kind of half perk as part of her passive, the old passive, because she has a really good passive now with the dash. Plus, as well, the kind of death box passive where you're able to see the death boxes on the map as Ash didn't really fit with the class that she was as an assault character. It was more like a recon ability. So to have that be moved potentially from Ash to recon, but in a different way, instead of it just being like the whole map scan showing all the death boxes, it only shows on the compass at the top of your screen. Will be pretty cool, and I'd like to see how that goes. But another big thing as well is Rampart can actually repair damaged walls that are within 3 to 4 meters. There's also other buffs as well, but I think these are the big ones because these could potentially also go towards class reworks as well, like this one. I think other controller characters could potentially also get this as well, where they're able to actually repair their abilities. But I think for Rampart it does make a lot more sense, since she is actually like a modder. She is someone who repairs things, so it makes sense that she's able to repair her walls. I do think she should also be able to repair the turrets that she places down. But as I've made it before in a previous concept, I do believe the turrets that she does place down should be reworked. I personally think that you should be able to place multiple turrets down, and they should actually act as sentry turrets, in that they actually defend an area. Because right now, Rampart is not a very good controller character. She just kind of like has a really good minigun, and you can put some walls down to do extra damage. But you're not really controlling much, are you? So I think having the ultimate as like a two-part ultimate, you can use it as a gun for yourself, or you can use it as a defending thing. So you can put many different sentry turrets in a building, and they can all shoot enemies that go inside. Or you can just use it as your ultimate normally. I think it's very, very cool. It allows people to actually have more uses for Rampart in more situations, and allows it to actually fully be in that controller role with actually having a trap. You know, they would actually be traps at that point, because Rampart's the only character that doesn't have traps. So yeah, I would like to hear what you guys think about all this news. I think hopefully all this stuff is going to go down the right path. And I do actually have a concept coming out soon about what I think about all this. Because yeah, I think honestly, a lot of this stuff can be kind of tightened up a little bit. I think a lot of the perks for the classes are a little bit all over the shop and not very balanced as well. And so I've kind of made my own little concept that I'll be showing you guys soon about all that. So hopefully you guys enjoy that, and I'll see you guys next video.